Sie sind es Essen and we sind die Jaeger. Attack on Titan was one of the first big breakout animes I watched, and even though I didn't fully get aboard the hype train, I enjoyed it. The shocking twists, the kill or be killed dynamic from the Hunger Games. It was an exciting and deep series, and I'm looking forward to the anime's third series, due out later this year. So, with such a monster hit, it should come as no surprise that there were video games based on it. There have been a few of these, but the one I'm looking at is the most widely released version, Attack on Titan: Wings of Freedom. The story of Wings of Freedom is straight out of the anime. Gigantic, grotesque monsters called Titans drove humanity to the brink of extinction. So they built a new civilization behind huge walls, where they lived in relative peace until one day the Titans breached those walls. You play as a number of characters from the series, including the walking angst bomb, Eren, Little Miss Badass, Mikasa, squealing brain box, Armin, and the toughest guy with a bowl cut, Levi. The campaign is broken up into missions based on the major story events of the anime's first series. There's also some additional missions detailing what Levi was up to before his debut, and some epilogue missions which are loosely based off the manga and the second series. If this is your introduction to Attack on Titan, although the plot is just as twisting and shocking, you might not get the full emotional experience, and it skips a lot of the quieter, less action-orientated scenes which gave the series a lot of its edge. I'd recommend either reading a few chapters of the manga or watching a few episodes of the anime before you play this game. The game is a hack and slash adventure, similar to Dynasty Warriors. As a member of the leather-clad Survey Corps' scout regiment, your main task is killing Titans. You do this with your omnidirectional mobility gear, which lets you grapple onto nearby objects and propel yourself through the air. You also have a gas supply for an extra boost. It makes you feel like a leather jacket-wearing Spider-Man. The gear's main function is to let you grapple onto the Titans, reel in, and slice their necks open to kill them. The combo can take some time to get your head around, but once you've done it a few times you'll be used to it. There's several types of Titan to slay, from the smaller ones which you can get rid of with just one hit, to larger abnormals where you have to slice off limbs before you can attack the neck. Slicing off the limbs awards you with materials and elements, which can be used to upgrade your weapons and buy new gear between missions. Although I occasionally brought a new blade or upgraded an existing one, I mostly stuck with what the game provided me, and you can beat it without modding anything. Once your equipment supplies deplete, you can meet with other scouts and restock your blades, health packs, flash grenades, or gas reserves. If your team members die in combat, which if you're familiar with the series, you'll know happens a lot, you can pick these up from their corpses too. Each of the scouts has a different playstyle, so the characters all feel unique from one another and not just reskinned copies. Armin can command up to 4 other scouts and send them to attack Titan's weak spots, which is a good way to quickly dispatch hordes of the monsters. Mikasa and Levi have the ability to perform attack combos, allowing them to kill individual Titans with ease. And Eren is a jack of all trades but a master of none. I suppose that's punishment for deafening everyone around him whenever they say the word Titan. Most missions consist of clearing out all the Titans in an area while defending a certain point, or to a time limit, and often other scouts will request your help. There's a lot of multitasking as you need to keep an eye on your primary objective whilst keeping the rest of your team alive. Occasionally this will be broken up with a ridiculously simple cannon level, or a stage where you control a Titan. The gameplay is very fast paced and sometimes disorientating. I also found the minimap difficult to use. Unlike most maps which rotate around the arrow which represents you, this one's the opposite, which can confuse things as you try to figure out whether you're heading in the right direction. There are a lot of missions, and while the game's fun in short bursts, it got very repetitive and I found myself getting bored after a couple of hours. In addition to the main story, there's Survey Mode, which lets you select an unlocked character and play through stages where you have to kill all the Titans in a specific area. These can be played cooperatively or online, and it's a good way to earn extra gear and points. The graphics are a cel-shaded 3D style and capture the aesthetic of the anime perfectly. The dark, thick outlines and muddy colours are all brought to life beautifully. The game doesn't shy away from gore either. When you kill a Titan, your character will often get covered in blood. This can be turned off, but who in the right mind would do that? And to go off on a slight tangent, I love the Survey Corps outfits. The brown leather jackets, the high boots, the logo designs, they just look awesome, especially when combined with those green cloaks. The music is fittingly epic and in keeping with the TV series. A lot of rousing choirs and fast-paced orchestral tracks keep the tension high in the action sequences. But dub fans are wanting to hear Bryce Papenbrook or Trina Nishimura, be warned, there is no English voice acting in the game. Which is great for all the sub purists, but not great when you're receiving instructions in the middle of a fast-paced battle via a text box. It's easy to miss these prompts, and I'm a filthy dub fan, so I miss the English cast. There's also the occasional graphical glitch where the titans and buildings fall through the camera, and did she forget what she was doing? Some of the loading screens are a bit long, but the developers have tried to make them a bit more interesting by displaying information about the characters, backstories of the organisations, and details of the weapons, which helps them pass a bit quicker, and offers a bit more information about the world for those unfamiliar with the source material. In the way of additional content, there's some downloadable episodes that give you more missions, and the developers have tried to appeal to the cosplay community with some costume packs. I would have preferred it if these were unlockable, but every game seems to need DLC these days. Overall, Attack on Titan Wings of Freedom is a decent game. It's fast-paced, easy to play, and fun for a couple of hours, if not a long marathon. If you're already a fan of Attack on Titan, then the chances are you'll like this. If not, well, see if you can find it on sale. Another Attack on Titan game is out later this month, and as I said at the start, the anime is getting a third series, scheduled for release later this year. Will you be watching? Did you play this game? Will you be buying the second one? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe, check out the links, visit the site for more cool stuff. Thank you for watching.